check this out. I got a new lens. It's super fast, and what it gives me like this really nice blurry background. But as you can see, it is extremely slow to focus. There we go. And it's also really noisy, like... There we go. But the bonus is it's letting in a lot of light, and it has this really nice blurry bokeh, however you want to say it, background. I'm shooting at under 1000 ISO for you video nerds out there, which is pretty impressive because this is a rather low light situation. Okay, the video for today has been in the making for a very, very long time. How long? Many months. I, at one point, said, wouldn't it be a cool project if I tried to make some blinking fursuit eyes, like 3D print an eye and 3D print the blinker. What am I thinking? Whenever I'm recording, I can't speak words. I said, hey, this would be a fun project to do. Let's make a robotic fursuit eye thingy so it can blink. Initially, it was going to be an app. Get an old phone. This is a tablet, and you could put it where the eye would normally be. I was thinking I could make this app where, depending on how you tilt the head, the eye would like look around, and it could be cool. But I realized basically that was impractical because you can't see through a cell phone. It's solid. Just 3D print this eye. You have a motor that can control the blinking. So in order to test this theory, I ordered a servo and a thing called a servo tester, which we'll get into in a little bit, then a battery, so I could make it all work. Several months later, the battery still hadn't shown up, and at that point my eBay money back guarantee or whatever had expired, so I was sort of screwed on that. I bought a new battery. I waited several months to get it, and turns out the servo I had originally bought didn't work. My initial design, which we'll go over in a second, is kind of stupid. I was planning on going with it, but I decided to reprint it at the very last minute, so I have this new design that I'm gonna try, and I kind of just want to finish this video, so try to ignore the autofocus noise. Okay, now where are we going? I guess upstairs, huh? Okay, bye. Whoa, is it just me or is my desk getting worse? So what did my original eye design look like? Grab a piece of scrap paper here. Taking a look at the model, it looks like what I would imagine somebody in the 80s would think chairs would look like in the 2000s. If that makes any sense? It looks weird, but it is actually an eyeball, and let me explain how. Doesn't really look like one, does it? I got it printed, I painted it, I bet a bunch of time and work to try to get it to look nice. You see, these things here, I was thinking I could attach the eyelid, not a blinker, it's an eyelid. I finally figured it out, didn't I? Long story short, I tried a bunch of different designs for the eyelid and they all sucked. Scratch that, throw that in recycling. What I decided to do instead, just a more traditional eyeball. It's not as cartoonish as a normal fursuit eye would look, but if we get up close here, this is the ball part of the eye, and then that's the blinker. They both just completed. Building complete. Here they come towards us at a very slow rate. After a little bit of finessing, here I am. So right here we got this 3D print. So it looks kind of creepy because it's just the eyeball itself, but there's just this wooden dowel that goes through it. Eyelid is attached to it, okay? This is the servo tester, which way this works is whenever you move this, oh, I forget what this is called. That's I don't know, I guess it doesn't matter. Whenever you move the knobby thingy, it moves this. Like, so I go like this, it moves that the same amount. I figured that would be a very simple way to get this thing to blink without having to like program an Arduino or all this stuff. If you wanted to have this in a suit, oh gosh. If you were putting this in a suit, you'd want it to be hooked up to an Arduino. That would be able to automate the position of the servo. You could say like, oh, blink every 30 seconds or something, I don't know. I've attached the servo just directly to this dowel. Oh man, I can't believe that all the work I put into this video has culminated into this. I bought like at least $25 worth of stuff to get this video made. As previously discussed, not all of it worked, and I sort of had to just suck it up. But so if we go ahead here and pop the battery in, oh, not like that. Check this out. It's irritated at you. It's like, what? Avery, what are you talking about? Okay, and then we go like, oh, surprised. What? This is so bad. The axis in which the motor spins and the eyelid spins are not the same, and as such, when you do this, it can sometimes become a little lopsided. It's sort of... The motor that I got, it's this tiny, tiny thing. You see this thing? And it's rather slow. So, if we're trying to blink here... I could give myself more credit than I deserve and say that it looks weird because normally with this kind of thing, you're not seeing everything, right? You're only seeing like a little part of the eye. So if I ready, snap, cover up the eyeball in post, you know, so it looks more normal. You know, this probably looks a lot more realistic, right? What did we learn from this? Well, one thing we learned, if your eyeball you're designing looks kind of like, as I so interestingly put it, a chair people in the 80s would think people from the 2000s would sit in. It's probably not the best idea to use it. The main problem with this was, as you can see, I rather stupidly made it so with this eyelid here, the entire eye is round. So you can have the eyelid rotate around it at almost 360 degrees. Theoretically, if I took it off that mount there, right? Oh, so difficult, I know. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. It's given up, has it? Hey, there we go. You don't have that here. In fact, it would be impossible. The circle... Oh, I don't even have anything to say about it. Let's get that away. Is this practical in any way? No. No, it's not. I mean, the benefit with the 3D printed eyeball is that you could theoretically have holes in it, you know, so you could see through it. Where my original phone concept, you can't see through a phone. Unless you had like screens and cameras, like it would be too complicated, be too heavy, would not be worth it. Here, I mean, this idea of sort of puppetizing and making a suit animatronic is a cool idea. However, this attempt was a failure. It was a flat out, I mean, this is just not, if you had a suit and every 15 seconds this happened, you'd get sued by somebody, probably. There's actually some other modes here we can go through if we want to. See what's this do? That does nothing. Great. I mean, I guess it's... Thank goodness for that. If you enjoyed this video, do let me know in the comments below. I gotta clean up my desk, I think. If you think I should clean up my desk, like this video. That's so... I can't believe... I don't want to be that stereotypical YouTube vlogger. That being said, though, be sure to like the smash button. If you didn't like this video, welcome to the club. But, you know, feel free to dislike the video. Click the dislike button twice to really just lock in how adamantly you dislike the video. I think that's really about it. What do you think about this new lens? I know it's slow to focus, but it has some really pretty results. Check this out. This is a robotic butterfly. It's fake. It has a wire. Isn't that cool looking? Anyways, thanks to my Patreon people. Really appreciate it. I gotta bug out. I got something where I gotta go. If you have any better ideas for videos, please drop me a line. Yay, bye.